Hey guys, Mr. J here. Welcome back to another Frostborn video. So OBT is currently out and we have a new season, season 34, which is the Runaway Alfars. So Shaman Rolo has been visited by quite unusual guest, the Runaway Alfars, who refused to help Hell in her Sinister's plan for capturing all 9 worlds. Their leaders, Umrek, I think it's Umrek, the All-Knowing, will share magical information with the human if they help him save his brethren from captivity. Travel to the shaman camp to learn the details here. So you'd have to go to the shaman's camp. That's the first thing you have to do. And once you enter into the shaman's camp, you'd have to, I think you have to go all the way over to the shaman, of course, and speak to the shaman a little bit. But we already did that on stream. And this would be the shaman right here. So you can see how the shaman, we're able to donate some stuff here, which is these maple beam, copper nail, all these mana resources and all resources you can see here. And in turn, you'll get the silver seasonal coin and gold seasonal coin, which lead us to season 34 here. You can see these are the rewards for season 34. We have the horse, rank 2, at the boost level section. For the football section, we get the small hunter's pack. We also get some more useful pack as the season goes along here. And also we get the small orb of protection at the start. Not to mention we get more silver seasonal coin. And as we progress, of course, we get more silver seasonal coin. And an important thing here, right, at level 7, we do get the season rewards chests. So the season rewards chests have the settings, which I'll make a more detailed video speaking about the settings here, because there's a lot to speak about. But for example, we have the aggressor's settings. So dealing any damage to enemies accumulates 3 talisman power. We have the gatherer's settings. We have a lot more settings here. Actually, a ton more settings, to be honest. You can see here, these are a bunch of settings here. Warriors, assassin, sharpshooter, you know, the list goes on. We also do have the random talisman gemstones here. So both of these are required to then be able to make a talisman. So you can make a talisman at the table right here. You just got to place both the talisman setting and you got to place the talisman gemstone. Then you can make your unique talisman here. So by using this step here, you'd have to have certain, you know, power accumulation to then be able to meet the requirement to then do the active spells or to activate certain skills for the talisman here. So I'm going to make a deeper video. As I said, it's a lot to touch on, so it's going to make more sense in the video that I do make. So in regards to the season pass here, if you continue down, you can see we get pet food, you know, basic crates, we get legendary weapon, more orbs, and for the free play section, of course, we get the light, heavy, and medium betrayer set. We also get gold seasonal coin. I'll show you guys in a little bit. We also get influence points. Not to mention, we get pet food and we get more stuff here. You can see more legendary weapons. This time we're getting a bunch of the betrayer's daggers. We're also going to get the betrayer's sword and shield as well. But I'm going to show you guys a little bit here. You can see we have the medium betrayer's armor. And we also get down here the dispel potion. You can see down here as well. We get a wild horse. So for the summon gemstone, when the talisman accumulates 200 power, summons magic doubles that deal 10% of your damage for 7 seconds. So also each of these talisman here, they do have a couple of seconds that you'll be able, or a window that opens so you can do extra damage, move with speed, or damage reflect. The list goes on, the stuff that you can do here. You can see as well, we have some other stuff. You can see we get the silver. So that's a good way to get silver as for the players. We also get the heavy betrayer set. Not to mention, we got the silver. Oh, we also do get the light teamer packs as well. Light, medium, and heavy for the boost level section. Not to mention, we get mercenary points. We also do get here, which is the empowerment gemstone. And if you continue down here, you can see as well, we get the betrayer's sword and shield. That is pretty good. We get the book as well in the boost level section. We also get right here the recharge and gemstone. So when the talisman accumulates 200 power, reduces the class spell cooldown by 3%. That's pretty cool. You can see as well here that we get the coin. So we get 50 coin for free-to-play players. As I said, definitely keep saving all these coin here so that you do have enough to go ahead and purchase the Reaper table. At the end of the season here, you can see we got the Occultist 3, and we don't have to put any points or anything just by doing the task daily. I'm going to also touch on the tasks, they're quite simple as well. But you can see as well for the premium section here, we get the Betrayer's pack. We also at the end of the season get more season rewards chests, so that's going to be pretty neat. You can see for the side quests, we get silver seasonal coin, gold seasonal coin. We get the occultist rune bag. We also get pet food, more rune bags, sledgehammers, more silver and gold seasonal coin as well. We also get the occultist helmet here, so increase healing efficiency by 20%. Additional effect, so if the occultist spell, the phantom shield, is active, the character damage resistance increase by 20%. The versatile piece of equipment, so suitable for any sets of armor, activates the corresponding bonuses for that armor as well. So you can see we get damage resistance 20%, increase efficiency of healing 20% as well. There's going to be a pretty good helmet here. You can see we get the silver coin as well. We do get more rune bags. At the end of the season, what's important, we get the toad here. I think I'll go into more details about the toad in another video, because we do have the toad, of course. You can see right here, we have the toad just casually flapping his wings around me here. So, yep, we have the toad. Increase efficiency of self-healing 2%. So that is pretty okay. All right, so you can see for the task here, you can see the daily task: cut maple trees, complete daily task in your district, inflict 400 damage with melee weapons, release 3 runaway Alfar at the Alfar's bivouac. So you can see here as well, we have weekly task, win battle in outpost, take part in arena, complete 5 daily tasks in Newheim location, kill Ash Giant in mine, kill 300 monsters, all easy for the seasonal pass, and for the side quests, all easy. You can see as well here, we're able to get the summoning hood. This is a pretty good hood here that you're currently giving away in the trader section. Able to buy out, you're still able to get the gold seasonal coin, and you can purchase any of these crates here, of course. We're quite familiar with these crates here. Also the Elven resource crate as well. Not to mention we have the light, medium, and heavy Elven pack that we can get here. And of course, you get the Elven spear by purchasing the heavy pack. That's one of the best melee weapons in game. But we do get the Sylvian in the trader shop here. So yes, the Sylvian is here. For persons who miss Sylvian, you can get it here as well. Not to mention, of course, you can get it at the Elven Gate. That's where you can get Sylvian as well. You can get Wind Mage, Illusionist, Stasher. You can also get the hatchets and stuff here. You can see as well, we can get the Wild Horse, and we can get rune bags. These are random rune bags, to be honest. Not to mention, we are able to get the Betrayer's weapons. So that's all the rewards you can get for Season 34 in regards to the season here. So, of course, we have other ways to get stuff here. For example, we have right here the Amity Monument here. So once you offer gold coins, you can get the Amity power for the day. Of course, you'll get the level 3, which you can get the ice weapons and dragon weapons as well. Also, of course, you'll get the extra gold seasonal and silver seasonal coin as well. Not to mention, you can give, of course, you can go ahead and give armors, weapons, green weapons, blue weapons as well, and you can get stuff that way as well. Oh, not to mention about the class here that's in the Season 34. It's class 5. That's the new class that was added. It's the same occultist that was in the game, but of course they added class 5 to it, so I'm going to keep that in mind as well. Alright, so another thing to touch on here will be the new weapon here. So we have a new flask that is the occultist flask right here. You can see it deals 30% more damage over time to enemies with health lower than 50%. The occultist spell, the phantom shield, is active. The character attack speed increased by 20%. So this is going to be very useful to the occultist, to be specific, but of course it's a pretty good weapon for any flask class, of course. So another thing I want to touch on here is these right here, which is the small Alfar's bracelets here. So you can get these small ones in the PvP mode in the Alfar bivouac, and for the large one you can get that in the PvP mode for the Alfar's bivouac. So we'd have to release, let me show you representation here. So we'd have to get the keys from the bodies from the Alfars, you know, from their bodies we get the key, and then we can open the cage, release the Alfar, and they will drop the bracelets, and then we can bring back the bracelets to this NPC right here, Umrek, I think that's the name. And once we give it here, once we have enough, then we're able to get the large Umrek pack. So from the Umrek pack, I think I'm saying the name correct. From the Umrek pack, we're able to get each of these settings here. We're also able to get the random talisman stone. Combine that together based on what you want your settings to be. Settings mean that that's the requirement needed to activate your special skill. So you choose exactly how you want your talisman to be. For example, if you want your talisman, for example, if you're using the protector class and you want to do damage with melee weapons, if you choose to activate that damage or extra damage by taking more hits, you can do that. You can set it that way. If you want to set it to where you get a bunch of stuns, if you get stunned like 3 times, for example, it activates your abilities. Or if you want to set it to where you consume gadgets or food, you know, you get the drift. You can do that just, to activate your special talisman. So with the talisman, a tip that you want to know as well, that let me show you right here. I do have a talisman crafted by myself here. So dealing damage with a bow or a crossbow accumulates 5 talisman power. When the talisman accumulates 150 power, your movement speed increase by 20%, or your attack speed by 20% for 7 seconds here. It only lasts for 7 seconds. I want to show you guys a quick representation as well in the zone of how you accumulate the damage. But of course, let me show you a quick representation here. If you place right here this, which is the gemstone, so when the talisman accumulates 150 power, all enemies in 3 radius attacks you. So this is the taunt gemstone. And if you go ahead and put the warrior settings beside it here, so if I deal damage with my melee weapons, it accumulates 7 talisman power. So damage that I do, it then sets the mark basically to then reach 150. Once I hit 150 mark, then, you know, it would activate a 3 radius taunt effect that pulls enemies to me that's in that radius. So if you place the settings beside it here, you'd see it load in here. You can cancel it by removing it, double tap, or you can drag it off the workbench here. But once you place it in, it will just craft you your special, you know, your special talisman there. So for this zone here, which is the Alfar's Bivouac PvE zone, so you can join with other immortals here. And this is not a PvP zone, so you cannot get PvP'd here. So this is a more easier zone. And this is a zone that you get the small bracelets from, which are these right here. And not to mention as well, you have 3 different modes. You have easy, normal, and hard. Of course, for easy, you get a less dangerous mobs, but less chests as well. For the normal, you have less, you know, greater than easy, you know, in between. You get decent loot and decent, you know, enemies as well. For horde, you get difficult enemies and more chests as well. The loot is not the big significance, you know, but there is some significance to it. But let's go ahead and enter the zone here. So we're gonna enter the hard mode, and I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to do this zone here. Of course, I'm using an OBT, a class 5, so it might be a bit easier here since I have a class 5. But further ado, you can see here as well in regards to the talisman power, we keep stacking right here. You can see the amount of power accumulated in your talisman. All the power will be lost if you die or travel to a different zone. So for the talisman power here, which is this as well, as I was showing you guys, so once I hit the 150 power mark, my movement speed would increase, and my attack speed as well will increase by 20%. And that is how I set it, so that is how it would be. Let me just do some more hits here. Just trying to keep his distance. Also, if you do duplicate here, your duplicate will not be able to use or to accumulate the power for you. It's your personal hits that does accumulate the power for you. You know, keep that in mind as well. You can see here, it's the movement speed is increased and the attack speed as well was increased here, only for 7 seconds though. So that will be kind of removed. But yeah, for the keys that the Alfars drop, those keys, once you leave the zone, they will just disappear upon leaving the zone. I'm going to show you guys the description once I pick up one of those keys. Should be in one of these mobs though. Let me just, you can see right here, the enchanted Alfar's key. So it enables you to release in a runaway Alfars from their cage or opening a chest at the Alfar's bivouac can be dropped as loot by enemies in the Alfar's bivouac. An important warning here the game is given is that the key will be disenchanted if you take it outside of the Alfar's bivouac. The key will be destroyed. So yeah, that's what it means. If you leave here with the key, you cannot bring it to another zone or reset the zone with the key. It's best to just use the key here. If you don't use it, then you're not going to have it to use in other zone, so it's going to just disappear. So if you go to the Alfars right here, open the gate, you can see runs away and disappears as well. And we get from that the bracelet. So that's how you get the bracelets. Open the cage, take up the bracelets. Let's just fight these mobs right here. And use control effect. Okay, 2 is currently still aggroed. Just gonna kill these 2 here. We're gonna also see if we can activate the Talisman power again. Gotta go to 150. Oh, another thing you want to keep in mind as well, the way that the Talisman loses durability is every time you activate the skill, you can see here, the boost gemstone skill, it's currently activated. Once it's activated, that is how you lose the durability from your Talisman here. You can see we are currently losing durability. It's now at 345 out of 350. So yeah, every time the skill gets activated, you'll lose durability. And every time you do die as well with the skill, you'll lose durability as well. So those are 2 ways that you do lose durability, both through death and through activating the skill. So it's gonna take a while to actually finish it, you know, since you'd have to do a bunch of PvPs, so it's gonna last a while. You want to keep that in mind as well. Let's go ahead and kill this right here, and we're gonna just do some damage to the Alfar Hunter. And the healer is kind of difficult as well. The Hunter is not so bad, but the healer is the ghost is pretty tough, I ain't gonna lie. The ghost is tough. Well, it depends on what you're using. Let's open this here. And I'm gonna switch. Boom, boom. Let's eat this. Drink that. Alright, so we did take up another bracelet. We're gonna open the chest here. This is the healer. He heals pretty good. He also heals his allies as well. So we want to keep in mind as well for that. The shaman. Oh, this is a shaman. Never mind. This is not the healer. Oh yeah, it is the healer. It's a shaman and a healer. Okay. So not difficult, but yeah, they do heal. So you'd have to do a bunch of damage to lower his health. And boom, there it is. Let's open this. Take the key. Let's go up top here. And it's a PvE zone, so as I said before, you don't really have much to think about in regards to PvP. No one's going to come and kill you unless persons can aggro a bunch of Alfars over to you. Then you're cooked for sure. So alright, so we did. Oh, let me open this here as well. I want to keep in mind as well to open the chest with the keys. You definitely need the Alfar's key to open the chest here. If you don't have the Alfar's key to open the chest, you won't be able to do so. Let me see if I can open this. So it's best to just use the keys, as I said before, in this location. It doesn't make any sense that you leave and not take, you know, green weapons, blue weapons. Sometimes as well, you do get weapons and armor from the Alfars, so you want to keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the... Let me switch over to Nosferatu here. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys how to use the talisman here. I'm going to go to the PvP zone as well. I'm going to show you guys as well there. But you want to keep in mind for the global, it's going to be a bloodbath for the PvP zone. Alright, so we're at the PvP bivouac zone here. And just going to start doing some damage with these here. Alright. I'm going to grab the key. You can see the keys that we had, they were turned to ash once you left the zone here. We got blue from the PvP zone. So the PvP zone is going to be worth it to do for free-to-play players. They'll get a bunch of blue weapons there. Let's open the chest. But before we open the chest, let's open this right here. And let's grab that right there. We did get, I think that's a purple we got. So we're going to kill this right here. Boom. Got the key. I'm going to open here. Boom. That was a... Didn't get a legendary. Oh yeah, we did get a legendary. So we got a large Alfar bracelet. We have another Alfar's bracelet here as well. Let's just kill this. Open it. Alright, so just use this here. Let me use that. Damage. Do some mad damage with the Nosferatu. Is going to ham, bro. Sheesh. Yes, sir. We also get gold seasonal coin, not to mention gold and silver seasonal coin from the zone here. We're getting a bunch. And we also have, look right there, blue weapons, keys. This is going to be a good event here for free-to-play players. Let me open this as well here. You can see gold coin. That's some pretty good gold coin. You can see we have 9 gold coin. And not to mention, you want to definitely be doing the zone here so that you can get a bunch of gold coin to then be able to get the Sylvian or to get the Wind Mage as well for persons who probably missed that. And let me equip that. Let me heal real quick with a big pod. I don't think I have any pod. That's fine. Okay. Alright, so let me look down here as well. Do we have... Just quickly just kill these right here, to be honest. Alright. And grab another key here. Let me check if there's any other chests. I think I did release or free all the Alfars here. So... Yep. Did... Oh yeah, one more right here. And we did get a legendary right there. Okay, so we gotta repeatedly do the zone, of course, to get a bunch of the Alfar's bracelets. And then we gotta bring that back to the Shaman to then get... Give enough points, of course, to then be able to get that, that chest. Alright, so we're currently at the zone right here. So... For persons who are curious on how to make the offering to the Oculus, this is what's needed here. The Cursed Mage Trophy, Primordial Fire. We also have the Cut Crystals, and we need the Dry Hemp. So this is what's required to go ahead and craft the Oculus Totem, and then we can use that to get Oculus 5. So that's what's required. Alright, so we're at the location here. So with Umrek, I said Umrek. You can place this right here, the bracelet. So we do need more bracelets here to get the chests here. So yeah, once you do the zones a couple more times, the Alfar zone, you'll be able to get the enough bracelets here, and then we can get this right here. So the limit is 2. So once you get 2, then it will reset, and once it's reset, then we can get more of the large Umrek or Umrek's pack, and then we can get some more stuff as well from that. So we have a chance as well to get Alfar's weapons from this, rune bags, and elven resources, books, and of course the settings, and we're able to get Talisman Gemstone as well. But appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you for the continual support, the likes, the share, and hopefully have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace out, man.